All right, y'all. This is just going to be a quick little video on the Pluscuamperfecto de subjuntivo. I might get to this in class tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I wanted to post this just in case I got to it. And if you're at home and following along at home, you wouldn't get behind. So here, starting off with just a quick review of what we've done so far with the perfects. And we take haber, we add the past participle, and then we have a perfect tense. So if we take the present tense conjugation of haber, the a, as, a, hemos, habéis, and an, add the past participle, those ado and ido words, and then there's that whole set of irregulars like abierto, cubierto, dicho, hecho. And then we'll have what's I call the pretérito perfecto. I'm not the only one that calls it that, but that's what I stick with. You might hear some other variations. To form the pluscuamperfecto, that's using the imperfect of haber. So había, habías, había, habíamos, habíais, and habían. That we add that same past participle that we would have used for the pretérito perfecto. Exact same words. We don't change anything. And then we'll have now the pluscuamperfecto. So we've got pretérito perfecto, which is referencing something that is relevant now. Our point of reference is in the present. This happened before that. The pluscuamperfecto is used in a similar way, but our point of reference is now in the past, as in I had done something. And I had done it prior to some other event in the past. You know, I had read the book before I watched the movie. I watched the movie, that happened already in the past, and I had read the book before that point. There's your pluscuamperfecto use. And then we learn the present subjunctive of the haber to form the pretérito perfecto de subjuntivo. And those are haya, hayas, haya, hayamos, hayáis, and hayan. And then we add that same past participle. And now we got that pretérito perfecto de subjuntivo. And that's used in the exact same way that we used with the pretérito perfecto with the present indicative, but we have a subjunctive trigger. So, you know, it's hard to say something like, you know, I've done the homework. Well, he hecho la tarea. Now, I might say it's good that I've done the homework. Es bueno que yo haya hecho la tarea. I've done the homework still means the same thing, but we use haya hecho instead of he hecho because we have a subjunctive trigger of es bueno que. So now maybe you see the pattern, what we've got going here. We've got the present tense, then we got the imperfect, which is a past tense. We got the present subjunctive. And when I say present, you know that means present indicative. And now, if you're thinking about what the next conjugation of haber is going to be, it's going to be the imperfect subjunctive or the past subjunctive. And this is going to be a new conjugation of haber for us. I think we've worked with it before when we were learning just the past subjunctive by itself, in particular when we were talking about I in the past subjunctive. And so I'm going to go over those conjugations. Just shouldn't take too much. And then that's about as far as I'll go with it today. Okay, so I put the conjugations in now, as you can see. I don't know why my tenses turned to blue. I didn't mean for that to happen, but here you can see the conjugations of haber in the past subjunctive. We've got hubiera, hubieras, hubiera, hubiéramos, hubierais, and hubieran. Now remember, this is formed by going to the third person plural. You know, haber becomes ub, is that stem. Then hubieron, hubieron, get rid of R-O-N, and then we add the ra and the ras, etc. Now, this one is actually a pretty common one to see with the alternate ending. You know, as in we have the different options. We can have the RA ending, or we can have the SE ending. So we might see hubiese a little bit more often with this verb. So anyways, those are the conjugations of the past subjunctive for haber. What we'll do with this conjugation is we'll add the past participle like we've been doing. So any of the previous participles you use for the pretérito perfecto, the pluscuamperfecto, pretérito perfecto de subjuntivo, Those are the same participles that are used with this one. We just have to remember these 6 conjugations of haber. And then it means the same thing as the pluscuamperfecto, but we have a subjunctive trigger to use it. So that's as far as we're going to go right now. There's some really fun stuff that we can do with this that we'll get to later on. But for now, I'm just going to leave it at the conjugations. Now, if you wanted to say with a subjunctive, you have some sort of subjunctive trigger, and you said like I had done the homework, and we would have hubiera hecho. Again, hecho is the same participle that we used earlier. It's the one we're going to use now. All right, that's all for today.